comes to attempts by the Environmental Protection Agency to federalize the Texas air permit system, I have two things to tell them. Get out and stay out. And if they don't get that message, they can see us in court. As you also know, we're fighting against Obamacare. I believe Obamacare violates the Constitution, tramples the 10th Amendment, and as your Attorney General, I aim to do something about it. You know, the Democrats say, listen, the fight over health care is over. They passed their bill, and it's time for us just to move on. Well, let me be clear. Let me be clear. When it comes to Obamacare, when it comes to socializing 1/6 of our economy, when it comes to the federal government dictating doctors' orders, the fight is not over. We're not moving on. We've only begun to fight. Obamacare should be repealed and replaced. But I'm not going to take any chances, so I filed a federal lawsuit challenging the constitutionality of Obamacare, sending a message to Washington, D.C., don't pass the Texans. Of you and so many people across this state for supporting our lawsuit against Obamacare. I have received petition signatures from more than 20,000 Texans in support of that lawsuit, and I added to it tonight. Tonight, I received the signatures of 1,000 Heart of Texas Texans who signed petitions that were presented to me by Cubby Marie Walker and the Waco Tea Party. Thank you for standing by my side. You know, doesn't it seem that Obama is more focused on expanding the federal government than spending time focusing on the responsibilities that he does have, such as protecting and securing our border? Frustrated by the federal government's inaction, Arizona took its own action to protect the safety and security of its citizens. Last week, I filed a brief in the Arizona case telling the federal court that the federal government was wrong to sue Arizona. Misunderstanding about both the Arizona law and the federal government lawsuit challenging it. Neither of them deal with racial profiling. In fact, the federal government didn't raise any claim about any civil rights violations whatsoever. What the lawsuit concerns and the focal point of the issue involves the authority of states. In our brief, we defend the right of states to use their police powers to protect their citizens. All we want is for the federal government to do the job that it was supposed to do. And if it fails and refuses to do that job, let the states stand up and protect the safety and security of their citizens. The truth is, this this is just one of countless challenges we face in an ongoing, changing society. I learned a little bit about challenges in the accident that put me in the wheelchair I'm in tonight. What happened is, in 1984, I was out jogging when a big 80-foot oak tree fell on me, hit me in the back, and crushed my vertebrae in my spinal cord, leaving me paralyzed instantly, needing to use the wheelchair for the rest of my life. And some of you are shaking your heads wondering, man, how slow was that guy jogging to get hit by a tree? But I learned something most of you already know, and that is our lives are not defined by how we are challenged. Instead, we are defined by how we respond to those challenges. This is a time for Americans to respond to our challenges. The truth is that these are challenging times where many of our fellow Texans have lost their jobs. But all Texans are losing something far more precious. They're losing liberty to a federal government expansion into their lives. A rising economy will eventually bring back lost jobs. But a rising economy cannot bring back lost liberty. To regain our liberty, we must take back our country. So our challenge as conservatives is to fight for what it means to be an American. For the next 100 days, we must stand together. We must fight for freedom in every corner of the state and every precinct of every county. We must never rest. We must never waver. We must prevail in the elections on November the 2nd. Thank you for what you do.